You guys, and what's up? Today I'm going to be talking about a interview between PC Gamer and Dean Hall. The link to the article will be in the description if you feel like reading the full thing out yourself. He was asked the question, what do you consider the biggest remaining challenges on getting the standalone version of DayZ done and releasing it in a playable state? In which he says, I think the zombies, because it's a zombie game and a lot of people have an expectation that they need to be very good. If you haven't played the DayZ mod, zombies will run past you, they will one-punch you, they will kill your characters, they will hit you through walls, they will do a bunch of stupid shit. So if they actually do fix the zombies, that's a great thing. He also said that he's been listening to forums and redditors and stuff like that, and this zombie AI seems to be the biggest thing that most people are looking forward to. The most exciting thing out of the answer to this question is basically that they are in Alpha 10, which means there has been like 10 major patches since they started working on the game, and I guess it's starting to come along now because they said they're ready to push the play button any day now. Before he releases, he said that he does not want to screw things over. And then he refers to the prison architect type of payment structure where they started with a very expensive game, so only the true supporters of the game will buy it. Say it's $80 or $90. They don't want to do that. They want to have it cheap so they can get a lot of feedback, but they still want to keep the players down to a minimum. The way in which they're going to be keeping the players down to the minimum is by having a very bare bones alpha. Basically, this means simple zombie interaction, simple stuff, lots of bugs and stuff like that, so people aren't going to buy the game right away. He wants a really core group of people that are going to be helping with the development of the game by pointing out bugs and glitches and stuff like that. The last important question that I think was asked was, one of the other things that you were talking about last night was the notion of trying to make the player's body in the environment more of an enemy or a threat. Can you talk about how you're implementing that? The way in which he's going to be doing this is through immersion. Basically, this is putting you inside the game. You care about your character, you have to pay attention to your character, you have to pay attention to your surroundings in order to survive in the apocalypse. And then he gives a little example. You run around without shoes for a while, your feet hurt. Your feet are getting sore. After a while of doing that even longer, you get a stress fracture and you end up limping around everywhere. So the idea is really to make items quite important. Even though you may be abandoned, you might have no shoes. You need shoes. There's your story. So this helps with the immersion. You have to pay attention, make sure you're wearing shoes, make sure you have a shirt on, stuff like that, just to keep you into the game, keep your eyes open, keep you playing the game and wanting to come back for more because you actually work on your character and spend a lot of time developing them. And then he talks about some of the new features. He says there's a lot of new, unique, complex items. Say you shoot someone in the head who has a helmet on, then the helmet's going to be damaged. Items degrade, so if you run with your shoes on too long, you're going to have to go find a new pair of shoes and stuff like that. He wants people to interact more. Say if some guy has an extra pair of shoes and you have an extra helmet and the guy doesn't have a helmet and you don't have shoes, there you go. You're going to meet up instead of killing them because say you might hit them in the backpack and damage those shoes. Basically just making you have to make life decisions for your character. If I were to give my opinion on the entire immersion thing, I think it's amazing. Games have tried this before and games have failed at this before. Hopefully they can get it right and make it a game that everybody wants to play. I will be buying the game in alpha, and I would recommend, even if you're not going to play the game in alpha, just buy it in alpha, and that way you can upgrade it and get it cheap instead of say buying it for $60 when it full releases. That's all the information I have for you today, guys. I actually got partnered today, so if you guys want to leave a like, share the video, anything like that, it actually does help me a lot, and I'll see you guys later.